Follow the trend, tend to benefit while avoiding harm. Hello everyone, this is Mr. D. In this video, I will introduce Songgua, which is the conflict hexagram. The conflict hexagram represents lawsuits, arguments, quarrels, things that are auspicious at first and then unlucky. When you predict something, what you get is the conflict hexagram. You should be humble in doing things, be more tolerant, and try not to conflict with others. You speak a lot of bad words when arguing and litigating with others. So the conflict hexagram represents alienation between people. The inside of the conflict hexagram is the water trigram, and the outside is the heaven trigram, which is like a person with a fierce and a competitive heart, a person who insists on his own dangerous ideas to the end, and a person who insists on going his own way. Such a person can easily quarrel with others. The inner part of the conflict hexagram is water trigram, and the outer part is the heaven trigram, and the movement directions of the heaven and the water are opposite. This is like two people with completely different thoughts, and they will definitely have contradictions. Litigation often doesn't have a good outcome if it goes to the end. If you predict something and get this hexagram, if things go well at the beginning, things end badly. If things don't start well, things end well. This is because if you are in a lawsuit with someone else, if things are going well at the beginning, it will make the other part more resentful of you, which will further strengthen the other part's dangerous thoughts, which is the reason for the bad results that follow. So the joy of victory won't last long. On the other hand, if things are not going well at the beginning, people will give up their perseverance and will no longer engage in unnecessary fights with others, which leads to the outcome of things that are auspicious for you. The sequence of the hexagrams of the conflict hexagram is 饮食必有讼，故受之以讼. Disputes are bound to occur when people eat, so the waiting hexagram is followed by the conflict hexagram. What this sentence wants to express is that in ancient times, when material conditions were not sufficient, when people began to distribute food, people would inevitably have disputes for their own self-interest. The judgment of the conflict hexagram is 宋有福至替，终吉中凶，利见大人，不利涉大川. The following is the meaning of each word in this sentence. There are two interpretations for this whole sentence. First, the conflict hexagram, honesty, depressed, abstracted and frightened. Don't rush for quick success. Don't be slack, and be moderate in doing things. It would be inauspicious to let the lawsuit go to the end. It is advantageous to meet people of high social status, and it is disadvantageous to cross a great river. Second, the conflict hexagram credentials are credible, abstracted and require vigilance, auspicious in the middle. It would be inauspicious to let the lawsuit go to the end. It is advantageous to meet people of high social status, and it is disadvantageous to cross a great river. 不利涉大川 is a metaphor to take risks at this time isn't good for you. Six at the beginning of the conflict hexagram is 不庸所事，小有言，终吉. The following is the meaning of each word in this sentence. There are two interpretations for this whole sentence. First, don't let things go on for a long time. Although there are minor verbal squabbles, it's ultimately auspicious. Second, don't let things go on for a long time. There are small dangers. It's ultimately auspicious. This line is the beginning of the conflict hexagram and the earliest stage of the quarrel. We can know from the beginning that quarrel isn't a good thing, and we will not persist in quarrel, because we didn't persist in quarrel to the end, so the end is auspicious. Nine in the second place of the conflict hexagram is 不克讼，归而不其义，人300户，无省。The following is the meaning of each word in this sentence. There are two interpretations for this whole sentence. First, the lawsuit was lost, so he fled back to his hometown and hid in his village, which had a population of only 300 households, but was enough to provide protection from disaster. Second, the lawsuit was lost, so he fled back to his hometown and hid in his own village, where the 3 households in the village would not suffer any disaster. The second half of these two interpretations are completely different. I personally tend to the first one is correct, because I have obtained this line in many divinations, and later I found that the actual development of things is exactly the same as the first interpretation. Six in the third place of the conflict hexagram is 实就得，真利，终极，祸从王事，无成. The following is the meaning of each word in this sentence. There are two interpretations for this whole sentence. First, relying on the support of the old title to survive, continuing to persevere is difficult, will be auspicious in the end, or be able to do things for the king, but not be able to accomplish any achievement. Second, living on the merits accumulated by ancestors, continuing to persevere is difficult, will be auspicious in the end, or be able to do things for the king, but not to be able to accomplish any achievement. Nine in the fourth place of the conflict hexagram is 不克讼，复继命于，安贞吉. The following is the meaning of each word in this sentence. There are two interpretations for this whole sentence. First, lose the lawsuit, go back and change the order, settle down and stick with it. The end result is in your favor. Second, lose the lawsuit, get back to where you were meant to be, settle down and stick with it. The end result will be in your favor. Knowing that the lawsuit is going to fail, you must change your strategy immediately and stick to it stably, so that the result will be beneficial to you. Nine in the fifth place of the conflict hexagram is 宋，原籍. The following is the meaning of each word in this sentence. The interpretation for this whole sentence is litigation, the most auspicious. If you get this line, your lawsuit is likely to win, and even if you lose, it will be very beneficial to you. Nine at the top of the conflict hexagram is 祸兮之盘带，终朝3尺之. The following is the meaning of each word in this sentence. There are two interpretations for this whole sentence. First, may be given an official position, but demoted 3 ranks in a single morning. Second, may be given an official position, but is deprived 3 times in one day. The lawsuit was won in the end, and many benefits were gained from it. But the benefits were not sustainable, and there may be more to lose than to gain. Subscribe. Be your own prophet.